been a topic for a couple of years now, right? For sure. Despite all the return to office demands for employees these days, it does not appear that hybrid work is going away, at least not anytime soon.
Tom Gimbel is here now to talk a little bit more about this. And you're saying, look, at some point here, people are going to have to return to work, all of them.
It's happening little by little. I think Remote Friday, and I've been saying this for a while, is what Casual Friday used to be. I don't think Remote Friday's going anywhere.
Okay.
We might have an upheaval across.
So a shortened work week, is that what you're pointing to?
I think that's the problem employers have, is that employees think it's a shortened work week. Employers are saying we still expect that 8, 9, 10 hours out of you on Friday. But I do think the whole idea of I'm only coming in 2 days a week, I'm only coming in 3 days a week, a year from now, 6 months from now, you're not going to see that. I mean, there'll always be 10, 15% of the companies, but the majority won't be.
But there was a Trib write-up in this last week. It was pretty good. It found the University of Pittsburgh they looked at the S&P companies that they did research on, and they said they had high turnover rates when they instituted these mandates that said, listen, you got to come back to work 5 days a week, and they were losing employees.
And that's true. However, if you look, that data is a little bit delayed.
Dated,
and so where we're at today is look at all the layoffs that these companies are doing, and they actually, majority of companies, it's kind of an unknown secret. Maybe a known secret, but that companies want the turnover, and that's why they're going to bring people back, right? Okay. The best people, the job market's tough right now, right? In spite of the stock market being at all-time highs, we have a situation where we're seeing it's really hard for recent college grads to get jobs. Wages are not increasing at huge numbers. And so you've got this situation where if you have some people turn over, companies can weed out some of the bad apples and then restock a year from now.
But couldn't it be argued that companies have something to benefit from having people work at home, let's say half the time or a couple of days a week, because then they wouldn't have to have these big office spaces and an office for everybody on staff.
Which is a double-sided coin, right?
Yeah, but that's the argument. But the problem is when so some companies said, okay, we're going to have half the office in Monday, Wednesday, Friday, half in Tuesday, Thursday. Right. The next week we'll swap it, right? But what ends up happening is you want everybody together to have the synergy. So if you only let people come in 3 days a week, you have the same amount of space as you need for 5 days a week. And if I've got the space, I want the people there. And that's the challenge when you saw it with Goldman Sachs. You saw with Amazon bringing people back. Little by little, the big companies are bringing people back. And if you don't see the best talent protest, right? And in an industry or in a society right now where unemployment's up, right? Layoffs are increasing. People are scared. I mean, and I'm not saying they should or shouldn't be. It's a topic for another day. But if people are scared about their job security and companies tell them to come in, guess what? They're coming in. Yeah. No one wants to be the last person on the Titanic, right?
What about the studies that show employees actually are more productive when they are not going into the office, when they're working from home? Do you not buy it?
I think that data is manipulative. I think that everybody, you talk to 5 economists, you get 5 different opinions. And I don't think you have really a common approach to this. But what you end up seeing is that a lot of people, they schedule a lot of personal activities, right? A lot of people are saying, what do I do with my kids? Well, what were you doing with your kids when you were working? Right? I mean, there used to be, you couldn't classify an employee as working remotely prior to COVID, right? Unless they had daycare. Because there was a theory that you couldn't actually do 2 jobs at once. How often do we hear stay-at-home parents say, I have a full-time job. I'm a stay-at-home parent. Well, how can you have 2 full-time jobs?
Okay.
Right? It's mathematically impossible. If they take place at the exact same time, you can't do that.
But there's time management that happens in that setting.
Oh, I forgot, Ray. I mean, everybody out there is such a good, let's go talk to the air traffic controllers. Let's go talk to the airlines, right? I mean, listen, I'm going to be the tough guy today, Lewis. I mean, this is the challenge that we face. Is that everybody if we want something, we're going to say we're good at it. If we don't want something, we're going to say, I'm not productive there. So if you weren't productive there, why was I paying you the same amount of money when you were coming in? So I'm going to make you come in, I'm going to pay you less.
We can't let him talk to our boss. No.
We're going the other direction.
All right, Tom Gimbel,
Always good to be with you guys.
Have a good Monday.
You too, sir.